Navigating the green frontier. The impact of environmental regulations on investment opportunities in specific industries. Introduction. In an era where environmental concerns are at the forefront of global discourse, the intersection of business and sustainability is becoming increasingly pivotal. Environmental regulations, crafted by governments to mitigate the ecological impact of industrial activities, wield considerable influence over investment opportunities in specific industries. Understanding the intricate dance between environmental regulations and investment is paramount for both investors and businesses aiming to thrive in a world where green initiatives are no longer a choice but a necessity. The regulatory landscape. Environmental regulations encompass a spectrum of policies designed to safeguard natural resources, reduce pollution, and promote sustainable practices. These regulations emanate from local, regional, and national governing bodies, creating a diverse and evolving landscape that businesses must navigate. Industries ranging from energy and manufacturing to transportation and agriculture find themselves subject to a myriad of environmental standards that impact their operational strategies and, consequently, their attractiveness to investors. Clean energy and renewables. One of the most palpable manifestations of environmental regulations shaping investment opportunities is evident in the clean energy and renewables sector. Governments worldwide are increasingly adopting aggressive targets for reducing carbon emissions and transitioning to renewable energy sources. As a result, investors are drawn to companies that align with these environmental goals, creating a burgeoning market for renewable energy projects, solar and wind technology companies, and sustainable infrastructure development. For instance, a country implementing stringent regulations to phase out fossil fuels may witness a surge in investment opportunities in solar energy. Investors, recognizing the long-term viability of clean energy, are more inclined to allocate capital to companies leading the charge in renewable technologies. This not only promotes environmental sustainability but also positions investors to capitalize on the inevitable shift towards a greener energy landscape. Automotive industry and emission standards. The automotive industry provides another compelling lens through which to examine the impact of environmental regulations on investment opportunities. Stricter emission standards, aimed at reducing the carbon footprint of vehicles, have prompted a paradigm shift in the industry. As governments impose tighter regulations on vehicle emissions, automakers are compelled to invest in research and development of electric vehicles, EVs, and cleaner technologies. Investors keen on aligning their portfolios with environmentally conscious initiatives may gravitate towards automakers at the forefront of EV innovation. Companies embracing sustainability and adapting to regulatory changes position themselves favorably for long-term growth, attracting investment that reflects a commitment to both environmental stewardship and financial prudence. Water and waste management. Environmental regulations extend beyond emissions and energy to encompass critical sectors like water and waste management. As populations grow and natural resources become scarcer, governments are enacting regulations to ensure responsible resource utilization and waste disposal. This has spurred investment opportunities in companies specializing in water purification technologies, waste-to-energy solutions, and sustainable waste management practices. Investors recognizing the intrinsic link between resource management and long-term profitability are increasingly allocating capital to companies positioned to address these environmental challenges. The water and waste management industry, once overlooked, is now a focal point for environmentally conscious investors seeking both financial returns and positive societal impact. Economic impacts and market dynamics. While environmental regulations are designed to foster sustainability, they also reverberate through the broader economy, influencing market dynamics and investment trends. Regulatory changes can create winners and losers within industries, as companies adept at adapting to new environmental standards thrive, while those resistant to change face headwinds. Consider a scenario where a government imposes stringent regulations on carbon emissions, penalizing companies that do not comply. In response, innovative companies developing carbon capture technologies may experience a surge in investment as they become integral players in the race to achieve compliance. Simultaneously, traditional heavy emitters may see diminished investor interest and face challenges in accessing capital, creating a clear delineation between industry leaders and laggards. Global perspectives and investment strategy. Environmental regulations are not confined by borders, they transcend national jurisdictions, creating a global tapestry of interconnected opportunities and challenges. Investors with a global perspective must navigate the diverse regulatory landscapes of different countries. Considering the varying stringency of environmental standards and the potential impact on industries. For example, a European investor attuned to the stringent environmental regulations in the European Union may recognize investment opportunities in companies leading the charge in sustainability. Simultaneously, they must assess the environmental risk exposure of investments in regions with laxer regulations. Understanding the potential financial and reputational risks associated with companies operating in less regulated environments. Conclusion. In the complex dance between environmental regulations and investment opportunities, astute investors and businesses recognize the symbiotic relationship between sustainability and financial success. Industries that embrace and adapt to evolving environmental standards position themselves for long-term resilience. Attracting investors aligned with the values of environmental stewardship and responsible capitalism. As the global community intensifies its focus on environmental sustainability, the investment landscape continues to evolve, presenting opportunities for those attuned to the green frontier. Environmental regulations, far from being obstacles, serve as catalysts for innovation and transformation. Steering industries towards a future where profitability and sustainability coexist harmoniously. In this era of conscious capitalism, navigating the intersection of environmental regulations and investment opportunities is not merely a strategic choice. It is an imperative for building a resilient and prosperous future.